Schrijf 1 minuut vanaf nu.
Oké, prima. De Literaire Lente 2007 zou de Literaire Lente 2007 niet zijn zonder Kuwana Haulsey, die een boek geschreven heeft, een opmerkelijk boek geschreven heeft, mag ik wel zeggen, een van de hoogtepunten deze Literaire Lente, namelijk Engel van Harlem. May Edward Chin, dat is het hoofdpersonage, is een erg getalenteerd meisje dat ervan droomt om concertpianiste te worden. Maar, maar een racistische docent, een pianodocent, boort haar droom de grond in. Dus May stuurt haar ambities wat bij en wil nu de eerste vrouwelijke zwarte arts van Harlem worden, waarin ze ook slaagt. Want tegen alle verwachtingen in slaagt ze erin om een van de eerste kankerspecialisten te worden. De roman speelt zich in het geheel af in de jaren 20 van New York en ook de heel raciale onrusten die toen zich afspelen. Voilà.
Stop.
It took 73 years for my father to die. He held on, cloaked beneath a broad quilt of memories, peering out his window onto the wide basin of winter below. Memory had creased his face with fresh gullies and markers that ran east toward the river. When memory escaped him, he searched it out, skating his eyes along the sagging white rooftops outside until he found what he was looking for. Papa refused to wade into the drifts of his understanding, though, to get thick into it like he could have, deep enough to allow for release. So stubborn, that old man, just tiring. And I am nothing but his daughter. My papa managed to make it all the way to the outskirts of spring in 1936. February and March had been humbling throughout the city, but especially in Harlem. Gutters hardened into icy spill boxes, streets drained of color and smell except the heavy spoiled odor of snow. Months before, when it still sparkled, I'd plunged into the snowstacks with the neighborhood children, flinging it at little pecan-colored boys with wild hair and hatless heads. They'd scatter and reform, creeping up like bright-eyed kittens, wiggling and ready to pounce. The children all wore patched sackcloth coats. Some had mufflers, some had gloves, but none had both. If I'd taken off their shoes, I'd have found soles tattooed with newspaper ink and tiny ashy toes wrinkled from adventure. I adored those children, had birthed 2 or 3, the ones who called me Mama May instead of Dr. May or Ma'am. On those late afternoons, when the sun deepened and lay like sheaves of wheat, or sometimes like thick cream over the covered roads, those babies reminded me of truth. They taught me that play created gulfs of unintended joy, then unmasked circumstance, not as an adversary, but a co-conspirator in the game. I needed with all my heart to remember the wisdom born inside innocence, to see myself in their eyes, and maybe find some worth in that unspoiled vision.